All of our competitor basketball hoops, the Dominator basketball hoop, are built with parallel linkage systems, meaning there are two parallel poles that align themselves directly into and connect at pivot points directly into the backboard. Now these pivot points, as you can see closely, are bolts that come through a pivot area where this basketball hoop then can rise and lower based on this pivot point. This is a very important piece of the comparison from a competitor basketball hoop to the Dominator basketball hoop. There are 4 pivot points. There's one here, one on top, and on either side of the basketball hoop, which is important to note. If you come back here with me to the back end of the basketball hoop, you can see that there are also 2 more pivot points that are connected to the base pole. Those pivot points again are with bolts that go through a circular pivot point on the base and on the top of this 10-foot base pole, which again, part of our comparison is that the Dominator basketball pole certainly is not 10 feet high. Now, why is the pivot point a problem? Because over time, the strength and rigidity of the basketball hoop is going to slop and rust and create problems in motion, in rising the hoop up and down and adjusting it up and down. It'll also create flex and instability in the basketball hoop over time. The other important differentiator for a comparison competitor basketball hoop to the Dominator is the cranking system. Most of the competitor basketball hoops are cranked with a camper jack or crank screw. This crank screw is cranked by this motion, and in most cases, again, it's going to create rust over time, and it's going to become really hard for little kids to raise and lower. It also requires about 100 revolutions to go from 7 feet to 10 feet, which is quite a tedious chore.